Think about the last time someone called your name in a crowded room. Without thinking, you turned. But here's the quiet question nobody ever asks. Who turned? Was it you, or was it the name you've been taught to answer to? Most of us grow up collecting identities the way we collect possessions. I'm an introvert. I'm the responsible one in my family. I'm someone who doesn't deserve good things. Some of these came from our parents, some from how we were treated in school, some from what bad afternoon we haven't stopped replaying. And after years of wearing them, we stopped noticing they were costume at all. We started defending them, building our whole lives around them. And if anyone or anything threatened one of those labels, we felt it like a physical attack. Buddhism has a word for this, Anatta, often translated as non-self. It doesn't mean you don't exist. It means the fixed permanent you that you're so busy protecting was never quite real to begin with. Think of a river. It has a name. It has a shape. People recognize it. But the water in it right now is not the same water that was there yesterday. The river is not a thing. It's a process, and so are you. The you from 10 years ago had different opinions, different fears, different things that kept them up at night. And somehow you absorbed all of those changes, yet still insisted. There is one fixed thing called me that must be protected at all costs. Buddhism asks a very simple and very unsettling question. If the self keeps changing, what exactly are you defending? Not to destroy your sense of self, but to loosen it, to let it breathe. Because here's what happens when you hold the self too tightly. Every conversation becomes a threat. Every failure becomes an identity. Every change feels like death. I want to tell you about someone. Let's call him Harry. Harry was a senior engineer at a company he'd been at for 11 years. His title, his expertise, his reputation, these were not things he had. They were things he was. Then the company restructured. His role was eliminated, and overnight, something strange happened. He didn't just lose a job. He lost the answer to who are you? For months, he kept reaching for the old label, updating his LinkedIn, correcting people who called him former anything, filling every silence with credentials. Until one morning, sitting alone in his apartment, he asked himself something he hadn't dared ask before. If I took away every title, every role, every story I've told about myself, what's left? And instead of emptiness, he found something quieter than emptiness. An awareness that had been there the whole time. Before the job, before the titles, before anyone had given him a name to turn toward. He told me later, I didn't find myself. I just stopped looking in the wrong place. This doesn't mean labels don't matter. You still have a name, a history, relationships, things you care about. But there's a difference between wearing a costume and believing you are the costume. One leaves you free to move. The other leaves you needing to defend every inch of the story. The Anatta teaching isn't asking you to erase yourself. It's asking you to hold yourself more lightly. To notice beneath all the roles, beneath all the things you've been called, and all the things you've called yourself, there is something that simply knows. After this video ends, try something small. 1 minute. Don't try to find yourself. Just ask, who is the one aware of this moment right now? You don't need an answer. The asking is enough.